simple will do. Simple. In itself, the pointings, all these teachings over the years have expressed in so varied ways, trying to meet each one from their standpoint, and so many things, so many stories, so many directions and so on. But over the years, I've come back more and more to the kernel of it, to the simplicity. What do you really need to do? If indeed the urge is there for that freedom, that silence, that oneness, what you really need to do. I'm not going to come and present you with a big fat book. Listen, you study this for the next year. I've put it in a very simple way. And what has happened, the difficulty is not with what I'm sharing, but a tendency for some resistance to play or postponement or distractedness come. And we may each have experienced a bit of this. Some, okay, I get to that later, or the phone rings and you don't realize, actually, I want to put it this way, because I think you can bear it. Actually, the resistance we have in our mind is manifesting outwardly in our situation. If you have some resistance, you suddenly find the phone rings and then somebody send you this and something comes, and it's like you postpone. You see? Otherwise, nothing can put you off it. You go and sit a little bit. See, what does Babaji ask me to do? Just sit. Let me just sit then. Sit. Before you pick up any instruction, sit with yourself. You don't have to go looking for the mind, because he's right on his way and he's never late. He comes. Some story, some intention, something that troubles you. And all of it is to get your engagement. Why he comes to you? Because he doesn't live with you. He has to come. He comes to you, he brings you a little thing today. Today we need to do this, and I have to sort this one out. And, after this one, perhaps this one. And then you open the basket all full of noise. But you're here. Come back to this place. I'm just here. As what are you here? Well, often we have already a kind of strong conviction, almost an unquestioned conviction of personhood. We have some psychic self-portrait of ourselves, that I am this is me, and that's the fact of your being. Whereas I see it as fiction. Because if you take it as a fact, you will start from there, and everything that's presented will seem relatable to that standpoint you hold of yourself. So you're sitting. Thoughts come. Okay? They're coming. There's no need for you to engage with anything. We engage only because of habit. A well-practiced and rehearsed habit. But I say, okay, don't fight with that, but keep holding on to your natural sense of being. It's not a belief. It's not a belief. It's not even a teaching. It's like your father or your mother come to you, you're troubled, and they put their arm around you and say, forget about that. I'm here with you. Just be with your being. Don't fight the mind, because it is stimulated by fighting. It grows with resistance, because when you fight, it's like you believe in it. But I ask you to observe, and observe with detachment. And you may say, it's very difficult to be detached, Babaji. It's very difficult. I said, yes, in the beginning, but persist. Because whatever you have done in life, and you have become good at, excellent at it, is because you persisted. It may not have been easy in the beginning. In fact, your desire for something already makes it accessible. So you feel, yes, I want to follow. Even if I only follow for today, I just follow what he asked me to do. Don't engage. The noise of the mind come really loud, and then there is always some juicy part of it. As I said, if you are addicted to bananas, the mind is not going to tempt you with apples. It's not going to come with a sandwich, because that's not your thing. Your thing is bananas. So when your banana thoughts come, already, it's so easy to engage. But I say, no, let it happen, but you stay, because your beingness is not addicted to anything. And your beingness will never leave you. Even when you go into the place of identity, you come into a state of delusion, but your beingness is still here, because nothing can change it. I'm training you, supporting your exercise to stay put. Stay put. Stay put. Not just persist. And gradually you find that the things start to come, and it's as though you're somehow, it's like they're coming against a screen and they can't come in at a certain point. And that frail, anxious state of being feels like that floats away and becomes part of the noise and is replaced somehow by a very sound, stable sense of presence. And it's automatically, spontaneously, it's joy. Feel peace. You know it. You know it. Even you may feel, where does peace come from? It is yourself. It's your perfume. But it's as though, as long as we keep paying attention to the mind and this activity, it's as though you forget so quickly. We forget. And let's see it as a game. Don't see it as like, it's evil has come for me. No, it's something that you must wake up to the game. And or the play. Let's call it play. And somehow abiding in this, keep your attention here. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. Until it's so beautiful, you don't want to leave it. Carry on with your life. Life goes on. Do what you need to do. But every now and again, you come back, sit by yourself. Be with it. More and more. Sometimes it comes up in you, the urge to pray. And you may pray, Lord, rid me of ego and merge me with you. Another time, it doesn't feel to pray. Just sit, be empty. Just be. Sit quietly. Initially noise, but gradually you honor this place, and the noise slow down and flows away. Where it goes, it's not your concern. Where it comes from, it's not your concern. You're in your being. Sometimes a thought may come and just say, you become really lazy. It would either come to you directly, or it may come to someone who is more a servant of the mind. Say, hey, Yuri, I'm seeing you these days. Are you well? Sometimes people come, are you well? You look a bit sad, is there some problem? Sometimes people come into you like that. When you're coming into your freedom, where does this voice come from? The doubts within your own mind. It come, oh, yes, I just wondered, are you having enough sleep? And blah, 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 blah. Sometimes it's genuine, sometimes it's nonsense. But don't be shaken. And even if some shakiness come, it's still on the screen. It's not your being shaking. Get familiar with that steady, ever-present sense of being. Keep observing. Let the mind flow. Don't become an enemy to the mind. Just transcend them in your power. Get to know yourself, be yourself as heart, more and more like that. At a certain point, it's going to be easy. You're going to see everything in the world, all thoughts, all activities, everything happening is only in the place of in the realm of the mind and in the energy field of mind and thought. And your beingness feels quite like separate. The world cannot exist without this beingness. The beingness is the womb of the world. You now rest in this. Then it becomes your second nature or your first nature. When you can just observe with detachment, then you come to the place of beingness. Then at a certain point, start to observe the beingness itself. Don't be in a hurry for that. Do the first step. Because the habit will not just go away so quickly. Goes into the mind, towards the mind. and just keep holding into the place of being. You're going to get better at it. You have to get better at it. The only thing can fail is you're giving up and say, no, this doesn't work, which is, again, being with your mind. Simple, simple, simple. I'm not going to give you 10 steps to freedom. Just do this. Stay with it. Forget even the idea of freedom, all these things. Just do it. And watch the tendency to start to talk about it. Yes, I'm doing this. No. Keep it to yourself. And marinate in this exercise. Just being quietly. Don't have to talk to anyone. By itself it shows. And you see that life becomes more spontaneous existence. There are times when you have to prepare for something. When that time comes, preparation is needed, you'll do it. But largely, you'll find that your beingness remains unmolested. From time to time, again, some noise will come in the mind, and you will address them from the place of beingness. Then gradually, the mind will not be your competitor anymore. Now and again, it's like, it's more distant. Now you begin to observe your beingness more. Sometimes they overlap. You're observing mind from person to presence. Person, presence, person, presence, person, presence, 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 person, presence, presence, person, presence, presence, presence. Then presence, 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 presence. Awareness of presence. Awareness of presence. What is this? What is this? Awareness of presence. What is this? What is this? Unspeakable. Mind. Presence. Presence. Mind. Presence. Merge. Mind. Presence. Presence, presence, presence. Oneness, oneness, oneness. Awareness of oneness, awareness of oneness, awareness of oneness, awareness of oneness, awareness of oneness. Unspeakable. I am that everlasting silence. Immovable, imperishable, all-encompassing. Intuitively, that sense arises within you, but there's no ego. There's no brand. It's not a philosophy. It's not theology. Not religion. If it's religion, it's love. Don't say a state of disturbance should not happen. No, it can happen. Water is not water because it's still all the time. You shake, it's still water. If I shake something here, this glass, I shake him, water, and he's shaking, I put him still shaking. I leave him, he goes quiet by himself. Your beingness will be like that. Your beingness is exceedingly happy even that these things are being spoken and you're giving space to it. You can feel or not. At some point you come to realize you are never not this. Only dreaming. Just like you go to bed, we have a dream, so much adventures and misadventures and struggling, and you wake up. What happened? Nothing really. I had this kind of dream, but it's nothing. But you can say that only when you wake up. Or as you're waking up. I'm not asking you to believe me. I believe. No, believe enough to apply. You use this term. Believe enough to make the simple step to apply. Test it out. Test if it works. But maybe you test the first time, you think, oh, the mind, it doesn't work, you give up again. Maybe I don't see you for 6 months, maybe not again. I don't know. But for some of you, you put it to apply, and then some sense of turbulence comes. You say, oh, but Babaji didn't. He said that might come, don't worry. Just let it happen, let it happen. Don't claim it. Don't copyright any state until you begin to discover and respect and honor your beingness. Because we sell out too quickly. The mind come knocking at the door, bang, 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 you're off. But this is changing. For many of you already, you know this. So now I don't want to give you the teaching all over again. I say only by now, for most of you, if not all, I only tell you, continue, persist, be full-hearted at it. You may have a very demanding job. Do your job. Find a little time. If you have 5 minutes in the day, God will use that 5 minutes and make it eternal for that 5 minutes. Because some people, they have all day and they will not apply this. Because in our modern life, nobody has time. Nobody has time for this. Not even the unemployed have time. Everybody's mind is engaged with the next thing and next thing and next. Why you come? Why you come? Because your beingness thirsts for this.